Check, check, check.
Sorry I was late, but damn, oh, here I am. Here I am.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3. The Real Talk Podcast is live right now with your man Sheldon, the Fly Guy, the Chicago Fly Guy, with your man Simeon is going down. Earl, the other Winfrey in the house. Big ups to IntellectualRadio.com. Make sure you guys tune in. What's going on, Fly Guy?
I'm ready to feed my brain, brother.
Man, your brain look like it's been fed.
It's always fed. I always nourish myself, brother.
Before we
nourish me.
And before we get started, everybody, we want you guys to notice and see that we have on our breast cancer awareness shirts, our Be Symbolic and Fight shirts. We need you guys' support. We have new shirts this year. This is the new Be Symbolic and Fight shirt. We have it in black and pink, and we have it in white and pink, and we also have the hoodies, the new hoodies.
Get your hoodie.
We got the new hoodies.
Yes.
So make sure you guys support. Part of the proceeds go towards fighting cancer and fighting for the cure. Okay.
That's
so make
awesome.
sure you guys, you can go to the website is up, Fly Guy, remember?
Yeah.
BeSymbolicFoundation.org. Go to BeSymbolicFoundation.org, and you can not only see the breast cancer awareness shirts, but you can see all of the rest of the gear and see what's going on. We're getting this thing going, so it's time.
And it's important. I hope everybody had an opportunity to check into the Sister Strut this past Saturday.
Yes.
That was an amazing event that goes on annually, fighting for the cure, fighting for the cause, remembering those that have gone on and those that are in the fight. And so it's an opportunity to get out and to support a cause greater than oneself. Always best to do something like that. So Simbo, what's going on, brother? How you doing this fine day, man?
You
It's
know
terrific
what?
Tuesday.
You know what? Actually, I'm doing good. I wanted to make sure that I told you and Earl this, because you know how I love to do the motivational videos and motivational speaking, Earl and Fly Guy. And this morning, I got one, man, when I was at the gym, and it was just good. And you know how every morning, well, I don't know about you guys, but I know how some people, they want to get up, they want to work out, they want to pray, they want to do certain things, but sometimes they hit snooze, Earl, and they go back to sleep and then wake up like, oh man, I could have did this and that.
You don't never hit the snooze button?
Listen, I have hit the snooze button before, but I will not hit the snooze button again. You know why? Because if you hit the snooze, you snooze.
Okay.
Just think about it. You hit that snooze button.
That's the point of hitting it.
But
You
no,
want to snooze.
No, but you don't want to snooze. You want to get up and get more. You want to get up and get your prayer in. You want to get your motivation in. You want to get your meditation in. You want to get your workout in and things. And I'm just saying, when it's things that you have to do, you don't
when you're
want to
focused like that.
You know,
you want to do it.
when
Everybody ain't focused.
Yeah, but you got to be focused, brother. That's the whole point. And it's one of those things where we have to understand, and this is we have to understand that. Let me see. You got to understand that you have to just go get it. Listen. There it is. See?
So
when you hit that snooze button and you say, I need a little more time, you don't need more time. What you need to do is get your butt up and get after it.
And I agree, you should, but the point of hitting the snooze button is because you're trying to get a little bit more relaxation in,
Earl,
brother.
Well, we know who don't get up and work out in the morning.
Look, that's what did I say? If you focus, if that's your concentration,
yeah. But
you gotta have. So you would be a good accountability partner for somebody,
right?
Because in situations like that, it's good to have an accountability partner.
Yes, and
because
I have accountability.
If you snooze,
then
your accountability partner should be calling you or should be doing something.
Where you at? What you doing?
That part.
Getting ready. Yeah. And I have an accountability partner. So, and that's one of those things where it's like, we make sure, hey, you ready to work out? You say you do your meditation, you do your prayer. What's the verse of the day? These are the things that you have to have. You want to have a partner or somebody who can help you stay accountable. And that's what I mean, though, Fly Guy. I mean, there might be days where you want to get a little extra rest and things like that. But I was just generally talking about, when you going through the week and you want to get up, and you want to get your day going, and you want to accomplish some things, and you don't want to miss out on things because you snoozing.
Exactly. No, you right, brother. You are right. You are right. And speaking of snoozing, you don't want to snooze in Chicago because they are here, people. The National
Oh
Guard
yes.
has arrived in
Mm-hmm.
Chicago. They are in the suburb of Elwood at a training center,
Mm-hmm.
and they are gearing up.
Wait,
So,
where's Elwood?
western suburb.
Is it Elwood or Elmwood?
Well, it was stated as Elwood. Now, I don't know where the training center is. I know
Okay.
there is an Elmwood, but I don't know
Right.
where military training centers
And when you
are.
said west,
So
yeah.
that's where it could
Okay.
be. However, they are assembled, and we just want to be careful. We want to move wisely, and we want to be aware. We want to be aware of our surroundings. It's a lot going on, everybody. Holler at us tonight at 708-223-8953, 708-223-8953. We're not empowering anybody to live in fear, but we
Mm-hmm.
do bring awareness. This is real talk.
Mm-hmm.
This is where current and relevant hold space. And so we want you to know how to stay safe, how to be focused, how to pay attention. If you see something, say something, because it might not be you today,
Right.
but you don't know if your this today will be your tomorrow.
Right. Right.
So you have to be wise. Sim, are we getting ready to be under martial law?
Well, I'll
Is that
say
what this
this.
is about?
I'll say this. First of all, let me say this. Thank you to everybody tuning in live on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. I mean, intellectualradio.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you call in. What's going on? Thank you guys. I know I see you, Jay. But I don't think we're gonna see martial law. But this is one thing I will say. Anytime Trump says something, I believe him.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, I might not like it. I might not
Right.
like but I believe him because
Right.
he always does what he says he's going to do.
Exactly.
And
You
when he said
should.
he was going to send the people to Chicago, to Illinois, I knew it was going to happen, just didn't know when.
And he said he was going to have the biggest deportation that the
Yes,
U.S. has
that's what
ever
I'm saying.
seen.
And he's doing all of those things. So I believe him when he says he's going to do something. Do I like it? No. Do I think it's cool? No. Do I think he's tripping? Yes. But do I believe him? I certainly do.
But we have to also look at the impact. So the fact that he's saying and executing leaves impact.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that impact? What should we be preparing ourselves for in Chicago? So I'm thinking
We need
not
a little unity.
not as severe as the pandemic, but
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking that you might want to stock up on supplies in your home
And
because you
yeah.
don't know if it will come to a day where they say they encourage you and urge you not to leave home for different reasons.
Yeah.
It could be anything. Keep gas in your car.
Mm-hmm.
Always keep money in the bank. You can keep a little in your home, but make sure you got money in your bank account.
Yes.
Keep water and essentials, necessities in your home. Keep canned goods, non-perishable items
Mm-hmm.
in your home because you never know how extreme a situation will be or become. And don't think that you're exempt. A lot of times we thought when we
Oh,
heard
I've been
things
waiting for you to talk about
that
this.
it was not
It's
us that these people were going to come after.
look.
Well, when they raided that building on 75th and South Shore, there were people out there that looked like us.
There's been a
So it's
lot
a
of
matter of time before, and I don't wish this on anybody, but it could potentially be a matter of time before you see these people in your immediate community.
and that's why we have to be careful and we have to pay attention because it's affecting all of us, black and brown people alike. And seeing that, as black people, we're like, we see what he's doing with the border and all of that. And we're like, we're
Exactly.
gonna sit this one out. Well, we really can't sit it
You
out
don't have the luxury of
because we
sitting
don't
it
have the
out.
luxury to sit it out because things are happening to us as well. So what we need to do is we need to learn how to unify and come together, and we need to stop the foolishness, and we need to really get together and understand and know that there's power in numbers and there's power in unity, and we have to try to be unified in order to change the narrative because right now the way the narrative has shifted and the way things are going, it's not looking good for people. Look at this. Even with the government shutdown, TSA is going on strike or went on strike
Well, all
or
of the
going on
air
strike.
traffic controllers, they had to shut an airport down on the East Coast
Yeah.
because there were literally no air traffic controllers. And you know how dangerous that is
Yes.
for planes to be circling around with no real guidance,
Look.
basically, other than the pilot. And if it's a storm and it's clouds, the air traffic controller
Mhm.
navigates and guides the pilot down because the pilot has no visibility.
Exactly.
So you need air traffic controllers. I mean, it's just rhetoric after rhetoric with no thought. This man is obviously
Fly
not a
guy.
leader. He's clearly not a
Fly
leader.
guy. There is a huge domino effect, people, that's going on right now. So everything that's happening, it's affecting so many different things, and it's like you don't know what's going to happen next, where it's going to come from, and it's just like, oh my God, what are we doing? You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's my two
Ridiculous.
cents on
The
that.
reason why there's a government shutdown is the Republicans are trying to extract Medicare and Medicaid from seniors, and the Democrats are trying to hold on to it. They're trying to work for you as an American citizen. They're
Mhm.
not working against you. And big
So
ups to Governor J.B. Pritzker and our mayor Brandon
for finally
Johnson
coming together, I'm glad
for
they're
not only for the collectiveness, but for standing their ground as
yes,
as dominant forces for Illinois, for
yeah.
Chicago, standing up as men to a coward. You're not gonna bully these guys. You're not gonna come into the shy and take over. You're not gonna do all these things. This is a new world era. This is not Jim Crow.
Oh,
This is not where minorities and black and brown people sit back and allow you to tell us where to move, how to move. When you say jump, we say how high. This is not that movie.
it's not, but it's not. But they trying to make it that.
Exactly. That's why,
Yeah.
to the point.
But here's the key though, Fly Guy. And I want anybody listening to me, Spanish people especially, don't be out there trying to fight these federal agents. Because at the end of the day, they're federal agents and they have a job to do. So if you come at them, they're going to do anything they can to take you down, subdue you. There was a lady that shot at them. They killed her.
Well, they want you to do stuff.
But
Part
that's
of
why
it is to create a trigger because this
that's why
man
I'm
wants a
telling
civil
but that's
war.
why I'm telling people to stop doing it.
But the police are they tear
Like,
gassed the police the other day.
say again.
They tear gassed the police the other
But that's
day.
what I'm saying. The whole thing is, and that's what I'm saying.
So who's right, who's
They're-
wrong?
No, what they're wrong for what they're doing, but we have to understand the people can't be going at them because they have a license to do what they're doing. They were brought here to do that. So
I understand all of
so
that.
what I'm saying, Fly Guy, is if you go against them, if you attack them, if you don't move when they say move, then they are justified in doing whatever they're doing according to the law.
So do you think that it's a mixed signal between Brandon Johnson and Governor Pritzker being very vocal and saying they're not welcome here, we don't want you here, we don't need all of that?
But that
And
has
so
nothing to do
no,
with
but
what I'm
listen
saying.
to what I'm saying. What I'm saying, the statement in that is a message to citizens because
Mhm.
interpretation for one is different than it is for another.
Okay.
So if I hear them say that,
Mhm.
when I internalize it, that means I don't have to comply. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, listen to what I'm saying,
Yeah, but
because
you're gonna get your
once
damn
again,
head busted.
interpretation for one is different than it is for another.
that's
I'm
yeah.
not suggesting by no means that
Mhm.
Brandon Johnson and Governor Pritzker are implying that's what people
Yeah,
should do.
and I'm not
They
saying
are
that either.
they want to save lives.
Right,
They're not
and that,
telling people
but
to go out
that's my
into
point
combat.
right there.
But when you hear
That's my
certain
point.
things, when you're tuned into the news, you're not in anybody's head. So you can't tell people to react or respond to a situation when they're hearing leadership say,
But the
you're not
leadership
welcome.
is not the one out there getting a
It
shot.
don't matter. It
That's what
doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
No,
What I'm saying to you, what I'm saying is this: you have to be smarter about how you move, so you will be protected and won't get harmed. That's what I'm
so
talking
what do
about.
you think made the lady shoot at the man?
I don't know why she shot at him.
Okay,
Why
so
you
the
shooting at a
point.
federal agent?
So why do people shoot at the
But
police?
that's what I'm
What's
saying.
going to make them any
What
different?
do you think is gonna happen, Fly Guy, if you shoot at a federal agent?
What's going to happen
They
if
gonna
you
light
shoot
your
at a
ass
CPD
up.
officer?
They gonna light you up.
So
But
people
that's
do it
my
every
point.
time. Don't act like this just started because these
This is
people
what I'm
here.
saying. That's not what I'm saying. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
I'm listening to what
I'm
you're saying, but
saying to the
you
people-
sounding like it's a new
No,
act.
No, I'm telling the
People
people
retaliate against the law all the time.
I'm telling the people not to do it so they don't get killed or hurt. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. But
That's my point. I
And
don't
my
want to see
point
people get
is,
killed and hurt.
common sense
So
is
stop.
like good advice. It's only
Yeah.
good if you use it.
But
So
we're
if you don't have common sense enough to know not to go out, no offense to the lady that did
but
it,
that's
because
my
I don't know
point
what
though.
was the push behind that,
Our
but
job.
why would you go out against a military
That's what
group
I
or
just
base
said.
and shoot? So right, exactly.
That's what
But
I'm
that,
saying.
and I'm dissecting it to say that should be common sense. You shouldn't have to tell
But
anybody that.
we know common sense ain't so common. And also, like you always say, this is real talk where we talk to the people. So if these people are listening, I'm telling them,
Don't
sit
try
your
to
butt
come back at
down.
me with my
I'm just
words.
saying.
Don't try to come back at me with my
Hey Earl,
words.
that's what I'm saying. Because we have a
No, you're
platform.
right. They
We have a
should.
platform. Am I right or wrong, Earl? This is a
No,
platform.
they
And on
should.
this platform, I feel that it's my responsibility to tell you to stop the foolishness, to stop doing some of the things you're doing because it's what's getting you hurt, it's what's getting you killed and getting people around you killed. And I'm telling you to stop it because these people were brought here to do a job and we see what they're doing.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, give me a reason, give me a reason.
Exactly.
Soon as you give them a reason, they gonna light
No,
you
you
up.
you now
So
you
that's what I'm
spot
talking about.
on. You
That's what I'm
spot
talking about.
on.
That's
You
all.
spot on. But once again, when people are out and they know that these people are here,
Mhm.
they have to use common sense. You have to
Yes.
use your
Thank you.
better judgment.
Thank you.
You have to use your better
And
judgment.
that's what I'm
Don't
reminding them
put
to do.
yourself in harm's way. Don't
Man.
put your children in harm's way. But as we talk about that, I'm gonna give you 10 tips as
Uh-oh.
things that you can do. First thing you do before you leave home, best practice, center yourself with prayer. Ask God to guide you and protect you. Speak clear, slow, and be calm. Talk to God before you leave home. Make sure you have current identification on you at all times. Make sure your car has current registration
Man.
and that you are insured. Make sure that if you are stopped, that you understand that you can ask, am I being detained? If you are stopped, you have the right to ask,
Hmm.
am I being detained? You have the right to ask the name of the agent or the officer
Hmm.
and the department that he or she is from. You have the right to gather information from them, know who you're interacting with. You have the right to ask, do you have a warrant if they want to search your property? You have the right to state, I do not consent to a search of my vehicle or my person, meaning they
Hmm.
can pat you down, search you, go in your pockets. They can't search your vehicle, open in your trunk, looking under your seats, all of that. You have the right to remain silent and ask for an attorney. If you see a person being detained, arrested, or mistreated, you have the right to pull out your electronic device and record it. You have to stay at a distance. You can ask if they have a warrant, and you can ask once again, what department are they from? Once you gather videos and footage of any unsavory or unlawful acts you witness, you can send those videos to civil rights at ilag.gov. That's civil rights at ilag.gov. You can also call 877-581-3692. That's 877-581-3692. Fly Guy and Simeon cannot guarantee you that these 10 best practices
I'm
will
glad you
work,
said that.
but these are 10 best practices. And I would rather
Hey,
educate you on
yes.
this than send you out ignorant amongst wolves.
Yes. And I was just about to say, Fly Guy, I'm glad you said that because yes, these are best practices, but do they always work? No, they don't.
It's similar to the
Because
10 rules of survival if ever
man,
stopped or approached
because
by the police.
you do have the right to remain silent, but we've seen people that be silent and still get hit in the jaw or still get their head busted. And it's so unfair, man, and it's so messed up the things that happen. But we have to try. We have to try and just be smart, people. Just be smart. That's all I can say. Fly Guy gave you 10
Move
good
wise,
move. Hey, we have
move
to be
with
smart
wisdom.
because these people, the people that are doing these things, they're waiting for you to slip up. They're waiting for you to mess up or give them a reason to just do whatever it is that they want to do. And we have to understand and know that we have to try to defeat them mentally and be smarter and move wisely so we don't get put in those situations. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Real Talk Podcast with the Fly Guy and Simbo. You can call in at 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. Thank you to everybody tuning in live on TikTok, Facebook. Make sure you guys give us some hearts, give us some likes, share, and let people know what's going on and tune in. And make sure you guys hit us up so you can be a part of the show because we're going to continue to give you some good stuff.
So we're in the month of October, brother, and it is the season of Halloween, my brother. The season of Halloween. Now,
Oh,
Simbo,
no. Oh,
now
no.
you go to church every Sunday. You a baptized believer and all of the good things. Should
Why you telling my
Christians
business? I don't
should
want to.
that ain't is that a secret? You don't want nobody to know
I'm just talking.
what you living on the outside. Should Christians celebrate Halloween?
Let me tell you something.
You know, Halloween is filled with horror,
Hey,
eeriness,
okay.
all of that.
Have you ever watched a scary movie?
This ain't about
No,
me.
no.
I
Answer the
said,
question.
should Christians celebrate Halloween? Yes, I've watched the horror movie.
Earl,
Jason is my favorite.
Earl, you believe in God? You watch scary movies, right? So here, this is what I'm saying. Do
Now, why is he
ask me the question
laughing?
again. Ask me the question.
No,
again.
I ain't asking you the question again. I already asked it.
Look.
We ain't on rewind.
So look, do I celebrate Halloween?
I didn't say do you. I said should Christians celebrate?
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
I'm a man of God.
So you're going to insert yourself in this.
I'm a man of faith.
Well, insert yourself
I'm a man
in
of
this.
faith.
Talking about telling his business, y'all.
Everybody know I go to church. They know that. They see my motivation. But no, seriously, should Christians celebrate Halloween? Why not? Because this is why I say why not. Halloween encompasses a few different things. You have trick-or-treating, you have pumpkins, you have ghosts and goblins and ghouls, right? But that stuff is not real. It's just it's fun. It's entertaining. It's the kids, little kids with their little costumes on and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Now, when you get to you talking about somebody out here devil worshiping and doing seances and all.
Well,
that,
that's a part of
totally different.
Halloween.
No, but I'm saying everybody don't do that. Some people just like Halloween because they like to dress up. Come on, man, you dressed up like Wonder Woman and Batman. Come on, they're superheroes. But I'm saying some people just like to dress up, have a good time, trick or treat, bob for apples, and all that good stuff. So it's a fun thing. It can be a fun thing. Now, when you get into the other side of all the devil worshiping and all that, no, no, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. But as far as just trick or treating, having a good time, putting on your costume, hey, I was, I dress up I dress up all the time. I dressed up as a convict. I dressed up as Batman one year, as a Trojan warrior, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? I've done fun stuff.
Right. And that's all cool that you've taken us down Adventureland Lane, as to how you can win the best costume contest. But the history and the culture of Halloween is associated with evil. That's why some people that are Christians, like even at church, they may have I'm gonna just call it a hallelujah party or something for kids to come get candy or something like that. They'll kind of tweak the name and then they'll say, don't put on any ghost or goblin type suits, come as something funny or something like that.
I think I'm gonna be Dragonfly Jones this.
But I think that's why. But there are some when people, are pretty staunch. Then
what does staunch mean?
Staunch means they're pretty structured, they're rigorous, okay. They're unwavering in things. There are people that don't think Christians should celebrate Halloween. I've heard people say, I don't celebrate Halloween.
And those same Christians that feel that way, they be cussing.
Well, now how you know what people do?
I see what you mean.
You seen them, so you know the people are
longer than me because you're older than me.
I'm not, but that's not the point. I'm not talking about what anybody else does. So with that point,
do I think Christians should celebrate Halloween?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to that point,
and I think they should do whatever they want to do, just like they'll leave out of church and go cuss out their next door neighbor.
And that may be so, and that's not a right either.
It's
But
not.
the culture of Halloween, you seem to be kind of missing the point. But the
I got it.
culture
I'm just
of
messing.
the
I see
culture of
what you're saying.
Halloween,
I see
it
what you're saying.
contradicts what
Yeah,
Christianity stands for.
I see what you're saying, but it's
So that's the issue that some people have with
I
it.
just think it's even okay. Even like you said, they have an event at the church and they tell the kids to dress as something fun.
Something spiritual.
Yeah,
Come as an
but
angel.
but you still dressing up for
Come as
Halloween.
the deacon.
But you still dressing up for
You
Halloween.
but the dressing up part
But that's
is not associated with the
yeah,
evil.
it is.
Not
with
if
the
you
evil,
go not with the evil.
I'm saying with Halloween in general.
Right. So I
Halloween.
think for the culture of it, it's similar
evening,
to
y'all.
people that say they don't celebrate Christmas, but they accept gifts. So it's people that do that too.
Oh yeah,
But it's for kids.
they're not gonna get nobody number. They'll take all the
It's
gifts you get.
but it's for kids. You
Yeah.
know, it's a child component to it.
Yeah.
So when things have a children's component to it,
Yeah.
people tend to make accommodations
Mhm.
so that kids don't quote unquote miss out on it. I mean, when we was kids, we went trick or treating. I was Batman all the time. Sometimes
can
I
see
was
you being
Spider-Man.
Batman.
I love being Batman. You know,
I
that
can
was
see
my
you being-
favorite
I
costume.
can see you being
But
Batman.
I mean, I think that it's cool for things to have boundaries, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I see. I'm with you on
because I know a lot of times I remember hearing where people would stick razor blades and
that.
apples
That's
and
crazy.
all of that. But all of that is associated
but
with
yes,
Halloween.
but that's what
you
I'm
can't
saying.
dismiss that.
No, I'm not dismissing it, but that's what I'm saying. If you're not doing that part of it, you're good.
Right.
Those are cool glasses too you got on.
Thank you,
I
sir.
should have worn my new glasses. Man,
So you
I
don't
like
have
those.
an issue with Christians celebrating
I
Halloween?
do not. I do not.
You do
I
not.
don't.
Clearly, you do
I
not.
don't. I'm a man of faith, and I celebrate Halloween.
I don't
not
think
like
that it makes you. I don't think it makes a person bad
No,
because
I don't
they're
have a
in
problem with it.
they're in
I don't
the
have a problem with
church
it. No.
and they're saved or
But I would
baptized
be a
believer.
hypocrite if I
and
said I
they
had a problem with it,
no.
knowing
I'm
that I
saying.
dress up for Halloween.
Well, here's the deal. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
think
with
it's a problem or an issue, but I know there are people that find
That
it
does.
problematic,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
topic
Especially
of discussion.
Sister Johnson, that's like 80 years old. She be like, not the that's evil.
See, now you meddling. Now you meddling. But no, I think it's a issue that people deal with around this time of year.
Yeah.
You know,
It is.
because they, maybe their kids want to go to a Halloween party. You know what I'm saying? Maybe their kids want to have a Halloween party.
Yeah.
You know, I see a lot of houses don't have Halloween stuff
They don't have
out.
decorations.
They don't have
decorations.
witches and stuff
You gotta
on the
go
window.
past their house when it's time to trick or treat.
Now, when you go in other people's communities, they got a 8 foot tall skeleton out, a Frankenstein, a pumpkin, an inflatable witch.
and some black people got like 7, 8 foot tall scarecrows in their yard right off of 43rd Street down from Sip and
Oh,
Save.
they might.
Because that's what I saw. I was like, whoa! I said,
Now, don't be surprised just because it's on 43rd that it's black people. It might be white people that
you
live
ain't
there.
never lied about that.
It don't think it's just
Yep.
black people because
They
you
have infiltrated the neighborhood.
dude. Get your bearings together. So yeah. So holler at us at 708-223-8953 and let us know if you think Christians should celebrate Halloween and who are you going as this Halloween? What's your costume character? Who you going as this year, Sil?
I honestly,
You just taught us how you
Dragonfly
dress
Jones.
up. Dragonfly Jones.
I want to do Dragonfly Jones. I mean, I got to find me a bald head wig thing, and then I got the gi because I want to do Dragonfly Jones.
Okay. Okay.
If
That's
you
cool.
was practicing the art, you can see in the dark.
That's good for you, brother.
Silence. Yeah,
That
Earl.
is-
I'm gonna do that.
That's a character for you, my friend. It is now time for the person-to-person segment to talk about a situationship. This is the time of the show, ladies and gentlemen, where we receive a letter from a viewer and a listener, and they give us their situation, and we try to dive in to give some good guidance and good advice. Simeon tries to give some of that good motivation, and we try to help a person out. If you have a situation and you would like our advice on, hit us at Simeon Henderson #9 at gmail.com. That's Simeon Henderson, the number 9 at gmail.com.
I still want to know why you always giving my email address. Why you don't never give
Because
your email
everyone
address?
loves to communicate with Simeon Henderson. On deck, here's tonight's Real Talk letter. Good evening, Real Talk. You guys are great. Fly Guy and Simeon, you two gentlemen have a genuine connection, which makes me appreciate the value of listening to you. Even when you disagree, you do it respectfully. Catch me out in the parking lot. I have a situation and I'm not sure what to do about this. I think my niece's husband is committing infidelity.
Oh shoot.
I was at Cooper's Hawk restaurant last week having lunch with two of my girlfriends. I noticed a seemingly familiar face at a distance. Due to the slightly dim lighting in the dining room and not having on my eyeglasses, I was not certain the guy I saw was the actual person I thought he was. Therefore, I immediately grabbed my eyeglasses from my purse and took another look. And lo and behold, it was my niece's husband in the company of another woman. I couldn't stop glancing in their direction. I started to grab my phone and sneak a picture, but I didn't want to be too obvious. I glanced in their direction so frequently, my girlfriend Katie asked what I was looking at. I simply said I thought I saw my neighbor. Real talk, I know this woman was not just a platonic friend. Every time I glanced at them, he was gazing in her face and caressing her hand.
Mm-mm.
This type of interaction over a bottle of wine only describes one thing: unfaithful.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how to tell my niece. She will be heartbroken. What if she doesn't believe me? I'm so confused and uncertain of what to do. I don't want to keep his wrongdoing to myself. Real talk help. I don't know how to play this wild card hand. Sign, don't want to make my move too soon.
Mm-mm. Well, I
Okay, Simeon,
well I
this
know.
requires a message in response from you, my good brother.
Hey, well I know. Hey Earl, I don't know if you heard him just read that letter, but I know this type of interaction over a bottle of wine not only describes unfaithful, but it also describes he hidden it.
Well, that's the
Nah,
part of the problem. That's
exactly.
part of the problem.
So,
This wasn't his first rodeo.
hey, look.
So what should she do? Should she tell her niece that, because what she's asking now, she just gave the visual of what's going on. She saw the man. The man
Mhm.
obviously didn't see her.
Right.
So she now this is her niece, and she don't want to hold his wrongdoing to herself. If it had been vice versa, she may not be so eager to splurge. If it had been the niece grinning in some other man's face,
Mhm.
her loyalty would have been to the niece.
Mhm.
So her loyalty to in here, she ain't trying to hold this wrong. She's feeling like I need to say something.
Well, it's a decision that she has to make because once she step once she step out and does it, you have to understand what's going to come with it. All kinds of questions, all kind of answers, and then mayhem is going to ensue.
Well, it's not her fault that
No,
mayhem
no, I'm
ensues.
not saying it's her fault. I'm
So
just saying you have to
whatever
understand
comes is his
exactly,
consequences.
and you have to understand what's about to transpire when you let this cat out the bag. So you have to decide: are you ready for that? Do you think your cousin, your aunt, can handle it, and how you should go about it?
So okay, and
So
that's
should
true.
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I that's true. I don't get, I don't notarize infidelity in no form or
No,
shape or
no, that,
fashion.
I'm
No,
not.
I'm just giving
No,
my response.
yeah.
I don't notarize infidelity in no shape, form, or
Hmm.
fashion. And first of all, you married and you're in the eye of the public caressing and
That's crazy.
beginning and grinning in this woman's face.
That's
Well, he
crazy.
probably lost his place. So at some point, he became mesmerized by this woman and tuned everything else out. But you
Mm.
sitting in a restaurant that Cooper's Hawk gets a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
He probably didn't expect to see anybody in there during lunch hour because she
Hmm.
said they were in there in lunch hour.
Yeah.
Now, if he had been in there in the evening, it might have been different, but he probably couldn't get away in the evening.
Yeah.
He could easily get out and say, I got a meeting or I got to do this, that, and the third to get out during the day. But at night, it would might have been a little bit more challenging. But
Hmm.
that's where she saw him.
Yeah.
You should tell your niece. Tell your niece what you saw,
Yeah.
and he'll have to deal with the consequences. Now, if your niece don't believe you, if your niece take on some type of feelings with you, that's on her. However, you did what you needed to do. You
If if,
told it.
if the niece don't believe her, should she say, "I was just playing"?
Nope, nope. She should say, okay, well, you stick around
Hey,
and you call me once you walk up on him, or once you pick up his phone,
yeah.
or once you are
What
in
if
the company of him and some woman walk past and you find that his eyes are more on her than on you.
the niece got mad at
And
her for telling?
that whatever happens, if the niece gets mad, if the
Hmm.
niece don't believe her,
Hmm.
that's on the niece.
Right.
All that indicates is that the young lady is in denial.
True.
Sometimes I believe women, especially when you marry, now when you just dating or going with somebody, maybe you don't, but I definitely believe when a woman is married to a man,
Hmm.
that she get an idea when he's stepping out on her.
Okay.
Some part of the pattern of the way he interacts or does things
It's
has
different.
changed.
Yeah.
So you get an idea. Now you can go into denial about that and not want to acknowledge it, not want to have to deal with it, but it's
Hmm.
not going away. It's not
Okay.
going away. It is what it is. So it's going to come out in one way or another. Now, if this is your aunt, why would she lie to you?
Yeah. True.
Why would she set out to tell you something that's going to hurt you?
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about the company that she was in when she saw this. She was at Cooper's Hawk. This ain't made up.
Yeah.
So listen to
Yeah.
your
Cooper's Hawk is a real place, isn't it?
Cooper's Hawk is a real restaurant.
Yeah, that's a real. I'm
Yeah,
just playing. You know, I know where Cooper's Hawk at.
yeah, he has not been, y'all.
Yeah,
He's
I
still on
have. What do you
he's
mean?
still on the White
What do you mean?
Castle
I've
kick.
been to Cooper's
He's
Hawk
still on the White
in
Castle
Oak
kick.
Park
But
on
yeah,
Lake Street and had their wine.
well, I suggest you make your move sooner rather than later and tell your niece what's going on. And hopefully, if it comes out that, the young man admits it or some accuracy to it,
Mhm.
maybe counseling, marriage counseling, some therapy or something can
Go ahead and
help.
play that wild card
But
hand. Play it. Play
I
the
would,
hand.
yeah, I would play my hand. Play it like a spade.
Put,
Play it like you got the big joker.
put it on your forehead. Yeah.
Yep.
Smack
Play
it
it like you
down.
got the big joker. Play it like it's dominoes. Big six, baby. Domino.
Bones.
That part right there.
Yeah, oh, speaking of bones.
So we hope that we have helped you out this evening with your situation. Now,
Shit.
as we said earlier, this is the month of October.
Breast
It is
Cancer
Breast
Awareness Month.
Cancer Awareness Month. And, you know, the Sister Strut is one event that went on. There are a number of events that's going on around Chicago and beyond. So wherever
Mhm.
you are, whatever space you're in, if you're on the East Coast listening, if you're in the Midwest listening, if you're in a Southern state, if you're in South Carolina, if you listening to us on the Gulf, then you can find something to do in your immediate area to support breast cancer. Breast cancer is serious. It's found in women. It's important that
Yeah.
women get their mammograms. So we encourage every woman under the sound of our voice tonight to
We've
get your
yeah,
mammogram. If you haven't had it, if you had one, we applaud you.
yeah.
Kudos. We wish you the best of health. If you have not had one, make sure
Mhm.
that you get one. Don't try to do a self diagnosis or a
Yes,
self
please don't.
exam. Just go to
Yes.
your physician and get an official diagnosis. Now,
Hmm.
in 2022, an estimated 2.3 million women were diagnosed with breast cancer globally. 2.3 million. That's a lot of people. Now, the pros of this is if you get an early detection, your survival rate is greater.
Mm.
If you procrastinate and put it off, then there's probably some extreme medical things that you have to go through
Yep.
with getting radiation, maybe chemo or whatever it takes. Sometimes there's a mastectomy involved. It's just
Hmm.
different things. But early detection is best. But that's a lot of people,
And,
2.3
yeah,
million
and
women.
we've been supporting breast cancer and cancer in general for years. I lost my mom and my grandma and my grandfather. Uh, my cousin sister, my sister cousin Charlotte. Remember Charlotte? We
Yes.
went to the a couple years ago. We went to the play with her. Fly Guy and I put the picture up. It's on the page where you can see the shirts. Uh, and she passed. She lost the fight. Our friend Tony lost the fight. They were all on the show. And then our good friend Jocelyn, she's still in the fight, doing good. And I just want to say to all the survivors, continue to keep your head up, stay focused, stay prayed up, stay faithful. And to all the people that we lost, like my mom and all of those people and the people that we know that we lost, let's continue to fight for them and show that we support and that we love them. We love the people that's going through it. And even if it's someone that you don't know, show them love and let them know that they're not fighting alone. And that's why we're doing our part and always walking, hosting, mentioning, and raising money and doing different things for breast cancer survivors, all cancer survivors, domestic violence abuse survivors, and that's what it's about. It's about helping other people.
Exactly. And early detection, it once again, it prevents it from being a fatal sentence,
Hmm.
because nowadays with technology and modern medicines and treatments and the way in which they can do things, sometimes
Hmm.
you can have a procedure and they don't necessarily really have to cut on you.
Right.
It can be laser.
Yeah.
So it's different things and different ways that modern medicine and technology has a way of treating situations
Hmm.
and making us better. But early detection
Yeah.
helps to keep that things going so that it's
Yes.
not a fatal sentence. It doesn't have to be. The lifetime risk of developing breast cancer is around 1 in 8 women.
Mm.
Men can also be diagnosed with breast cancer.
Yeah.
Men
We
can develop breast
we
cancer.
lost our friend Twan Gabs.
Yeah.
We lost him to breast
And I
cancer.
know a gentleman that survived it, but was
Uh-huh.
diagnosed with it. And so it's not uncommon when we think of breast
Hmm.
cancer or we hear it, we naturally think of women. But men, brothers,
Hmm.
speaking to the brothers, if you feel something around your chest area or whatever, it don't feel right, might want to go get it looked at,
Yeah.
get it examined, because it could be that,
Hmm.
discharge coming out of nipples, that
Hmm.
could be that bleeding,
Yes.
that's what that all looks like. Any unusual activity, you know, discharging from your body like that,
Hmm.
it could be a situation going on that you want to get further investigated and examine that. But all of this is are steps that we can all take for preventive care,
Hmm.
because preventive care is long time lifespan.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
just wanted to touch base a
Don't
little
be
bit
scared to get
more.
checked, black people and brown people. Don't be scared. That's one of the biggest things. We're scared to get checked out and we're scared to find out what's going on. When early detection and knowing what's going on, it's what will save your life.
Now, our boy
Mm-mm.
LeBron James
Man,
made an announcement, had people
I
all
started to
up in
bring my bottle of
arms.
Hennessy and my LeBron shoes.
Brother, everybody was up in arms. This brother was acting as if he was getting ready to retire out, talking about taking his talents to Hennessy VSOP.
I got his
Sim, you got
bottle.
my bottle?
I got it. I got the bottle
You
at the
got
house.
mine. Do you have
I'll bring
mine?
it.
I need my
Okay. I didn't
own.
know you wanted one.
I need what? You didn't know.
Hey Earl, I got my bottle last when it first came out. I had three. Little Simbo, I gave him one, and then I still got the one I never opened. And yeah, I got it
Yeah, I'm gonna need that bottle.
now.
I'm gonna need my bottle, brother. I'm gonna need
And
my
I have
bottle.
his, so he's not messing with tequila anymore.
Well,
I have that. That mean I have that little. I have a little bottle of his
LeBron is so I'm
tequila.
proud of him for several reasons, because LeBron is just a well-rounded, all-around guy.
Yeah,
That dude is just the guy.
that's my man.
And he's a champion on so many levels for so many causes and so many things. His entrepreneurial vision it just goes greater and greater and
Hmm.
greater. The dude has a dynasty in his head. So when he executes, he's built an empire.
Yeah.
So the tequila brand, now the Hennessy VSOP brand, you never know what he's coming up with next. And he's 40, so it could have been that he was going to retire, because he's actually old for the NBA. 40 is not old in life, but 40 is old for the NBA.
Yeah.
But I mean, Steph Curry ain't that far behind him. So they all around the same age. Now
Yeah.
he's playing for the passion of the game, because truly LeBron ain't playing for a paycheck.
Definitely not.
So this is just another big endorsement, and it's gonna be a big push. I'm glad that the brother is endorsing it, and he's got a brand within the brand.
Yes, sir.
LeBron James is the brand.
Yes, sir.
So Beyonce has her bourbon, and These people are just well-rounded and invested in themselves. And I think it's so powerful and impactful
Hmm.
when we see, Black people investing in themselves. The myth is that when we get money, first thing we do is go buy Cadillacs and a whole bunch of junk, a whole bunch of garbage. We don't
Hmm.
reinvest to get a return on an investment. Well, these people are investing in a manner in which they're getting a return on their investment. Like this is all
Yeah,
set up for his children, for his legacy, because his kids will never have to work. His
they that
kids'
that
kids
already
will never
happened.
have to work. Right. But I'm just saying the more he builds the LeBron James empire, the more his family, the generations to come throughout his family
Hmm.
are set.
See, what's
That's
the one I got
awesome,
this. I
man.
already got this.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna need my gifted bottle, bro, with a blue bow on it. From my boy LeBron. I am massive mega
Look,
about LeBron James. That's my dude.
they got bottles going for $500. I
That's
could probably
okay.
sell my bottle
That's
because I got it
okay.
when it first came
That's
out.
okay. It's gonna be that because there's a lot of hype around it. It's
Yeah.
gonna do what it do. But
And to all the LeBron James haters, stop hating on the man. The man is a philanthropist. He's done great things. I think the biggest thing that you can people say, oh, he flops and all that. Man, let's look at how the man is off the court. Hey, what's up, everybody saying hello? What's going on, guys? Um, he's done great things. He's continued to do great things. And I think we have to support him because he supports other people and he makes a way for people. And I think that's just awesome. So
ask yourself this: would you support a black-owned business? If so, you can support that man. That's a black-owned business. We talk about supporting black-owned businesses. That's black-owned, black operated. His face is next to his brand. He's behind this, so he's pushing this. He's invested in
yes.
this. So support it. Y'all bought Ciroc when Puffy was attached to it, and look where he
Oh
landed. Now,
no.
okay, so
Oh
misdirection.
no.
Man, now many fans felt slighted after they, found out that this was really not what it appeared to be.
What's that?
That people thought he was retiring.
Man,
So
I
they
knew
was
he wasn't
spiking
retiring.
the ticket sales for the Lakers games and all of that.
Man,
And
listen.
some people are feeling like they were trolled during in their emotions. They feeling a little they in their feelings about it because they're saying maybe he didn't have to do all of this. Maybe he, because remember when he was getting ready to go to Miami, when he left Cleveland,
Yeah.
it was all of that, and so he made a big production out of it. But that's the LeBron way. That's the way he
But
does things. That's how he announced things.
who are we to tell this man how to do whatever it is he's doing?
Well, it's not for anybody to tell him, but when people start to make sacrifices and things. So I don't know if people
Okay.
start to buy Lakers tickets or
Hmm.
whatever, but people that follow you and they feeling okay, this is gonna be his last hurrah, or you come out with this press release that
Yeah.
you got this big announcement to make.
Hmm.
Naturally, that's what they gonna think. They're
But
not because you're
but
not
people are
you're
already
not a
buying
liquor
tickets.
distributor. You're not known for alcohol. So people feeling like what you're known for is your craft, basketball. That's what they looking at.
Right. I feel you.
So
I feel you on
that's
that.
what people are. Some people are up
But
in arms about
this is
that.
what you have to remember too, guys. It's entertainment. It's
It is. It's a
drama.
part of the
It's
arts.
drama. It's
And it's to keep a
entertainment. And
conversation
it's to keep the
going.
conversation
Because guess what?
going.
Now all y'all
Yes,
talking about is LeBron James.
exactly. So that was mission accomplished.
Mission motivated, accomplished. Because they was motivated. They tuned into that social media. That's all
Oh
right.
man.
Sports talk, Sim. What's going on?
Oh man, let's get into a little bit of football. So the
The
Bears.
Lions
Wait,
are
I
doing
knew you was
it.
gonna do that. I knew.
The Lions. I don't know why you don't start with them.
I knew you. I was trying to
The
give
Bears.
them.
They didn't play
I was
last
trying to
week.
give them the
The crescendo.
yeah, the crescendo. So I was gonna end with the Lions for you. But let me start. I'm gonna start with the with the Bears, first of all. The Bears won on a blocked field goal last week. They had this week off, and now they're coming off their bye week to play this week coming up. So on Monday Night Football. So we will see what
Who they playing
happens.
Monday night?
I
The
forgot the
Commanders.
Commanders, and they are going to. I'm not going to even say what's going to happen, but they're playing the
But
Commanders
what's your
in
prediction?
Washington.
What's your prediction?
Dun, 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 dun. I predict that the Commanders are going to win the game, but somehow, some way, the Bears can find a way to win.
Okay, so you just contradicted yourself.
No,
The
no, I
Commanders
think the
gonna
Commanders
win,
are
but
going to
the Bears
win.
gonna find a way to win.
Look,
Only one team can win,
but what I'm saying is, I would not be surprised. I think the Commanders are going to win because of the way they've been playing, and it's a home game.
and they're off a win.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, I would not be shocked if the Bears found a way to win the game.
I would be shocked if they found a way to
Oh,
win the
well,
game.
shock or no shock, Commanders in that game. And also, the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills game was amazing.
I was for Buffalo.
That game was amazing. And that young boy over at the for the Patriots, he showed out. And it was just one of those things where, man, Josh Allen showed out too. But Diggs, Diggs
Mhm.
used to play for Buffalo, and Diggs now plays for the Patriots. Diggs had a game. All I can say is, can you Diggs it? The man had 143 yards. The man was going crazy, and it was fitting for him to have a game like that against his old team. Now, I'm just saying.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. And then also, man, the Baltimore Ravens have been getting spanked, brother.
Yes.
They've been getting spanked.
Be
Earl, do
more,
you
where
watch
you
football?
at?
Or don't watch
Be
football.
more, where you at?
Man, look, it's Baltimore. The Baltimore Ravens have never been this weak. They've never been pushed around the way they've been getting pushed around. I don't ever remember seeing it, but it's happening now. Hopefully they can bounce back. Okay. So get ready. And the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs lost.
And I'm predicting they're gonna lose next week when the Lions take over.
Oh, the Lions. Oh, so
when the Lions come out the cage,
Oh, man.
Jameer Gibbs all up and down.
But not
the
only
court.
Jameer Gibbs, but Montgomery. This is the 14th time
Yes.
that the two of them has scored a rushing touchdown in a game. That's a record.
I think they're trying to drive the Lions to the
And
Super
then my
Bowl
man-
this year.
and my
We
man-
had enough of this.
My man, St. Brown, the receiver, cold-blooded. Stafford, they kill him. They
Dude,
getting down.
It's
So,
it.
man,
It's it.
yes, it's
Now, what's
going
going on in Major League Baseball?
Oh,
Are the
Major League
Cubs-
Baseball. Man, the Cubs getting their head beat in.
So
It's like
everybody
somebody
was
It's like
excited. What
somebody hitting
happened?
him in the back of the head with
What
a
happened
bat.
to the Northsiders?
You heard me, Earl? It's like somebody hit him in the back of the head with a bat. Man, let me tell you something. The Milwaukee Brewers have been having their way with the Chicago Cubs. We're not going to win this series. We're going home.
That's your prediction.
No, that's true.
That's true.
That's facts. Those are facts. They're not going to beat but you.
So the
if
Cubs
you remember,
don't have a fight in the.
no,
in
not
the
this time.
game.
Not this time. Not this time. If you remember, the Cubs and the Brewers were the ones going neck and neck for first and second in the division, and the Brewers won, of course, but they're just too tough. They have too much, and the Chicago Cubs need to start paying people. That's the
Mhm.
problem with Chicago teams. We
That's
don't
the
wanna
problem
pay-
with the Chicago Bears.
with the Chicago teams. They don't want to spend no money.
Well, I
That
think the
money-
Bulls might have some. The preseason,
do
they
the
came
same-
out for
but they do the
preseason
same
tonight.
thing, though. They do the same thing, though, Fly Guy. Look at the roster. Look who they got. They're not spending the money. They're not putting it up. They're not doing what they need to do in order to be successful.
It's a
like these
recession
other
in
teams.
Chicago.
It ain't no recession. They cheat. You almost made me call them the N-word. They cheat. And that's a problem. So that's one of the things we have to get away from in order to be better. But let's get ready for some
It's the
good football.
recession.
Thursday night game. I can't wait to see that game. It's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles, and they lost their first game. There are no undefeated teams in the NFL right now. For the first time, there's no in a long time. There's no one that's 5-0. Everyone has a loss, but the NFL has been. It's been good.
It's been good. It
It's been
has been good.
entertaining.
I've enjoyed watching NFL. I love football. I've enjoyed it. I mean, I have a crew that I know that has been traveling with the Bears. They were in Vegas, they were in Detroit, and they getting a party on, I'm sure. But they are following the Bears.
Yes.
So it's been real, it's been good. And I wish the home team the best, but I
Mhm.
must say I'm roaring with the Lions
Okay.
all the way to the finish line. All
As
the
you
way.
should. That's your team.
All the
So
way.
don't give up on your team. It's
Never.
like my little brother, Dan. He loves the Atlanta Falcons. And the Atlanta Falcons, they have sucked for years.
Well, they went to the Super Bowl several years ago.
Okay, but they
it was several,
lost.
but that's okay. They went. We haven't been since when? Lovey Smith. So we don't even know how to spell Super Bowl. So Simbo, what's your motivational message as we go out on the remainder of the week, my brother?
Well, my motivational message is simple. I want you guys to support. It's breast cancer awareness month. Let's support. Let's be symbolic, simply our best, and let's fight. Let's fight for the cure. Let's fight to help the people that's surviving, the people that's been lost. Let's do our part. Let's have a heart and just think about, what if it was you, somebody in your family? You would want the support and you would want people to support you. So I'm talking about support, not just from a financial standpoint, but from your prayers and your thoughts and your kind words and gestures. So remember, people will smile when they see the love and the prayers. Remember to be symbolic, simply your best.
Live out loud and continue to be determined to give the world the best version of you. Show up and be present in everything, in all things. Be safe as you move out there. Remember, maneuver with wisdom. I'm
Go
your fly
Bears!
guy.
Go Bears. Go Cubs. Go home, Cubs.
Waiting on somebody
Peace.
to get on
Shout
your
out to
level.
IntellectualRadio-Podcast. Make sure you guys
that
continue
could
to
just
follow,
switch up
like,
the
and
flow.
share, and make
Party
sure
every
you
weekend,
stay
but
tuned.
still like to
Love you
smoke
guys.
out.
Deuces.
Here I am.